Mr. President, I'm the parent of an MSU graduate who's actually getting married this weekend, so I hope we get out of here soon. But that son is actually getting married to a young woman who also attends MSU. And so the Spartan community is very close to my heart. And as a mom, I cannot fathom the terror and helplessness the MSU students and their parents endured last month. I certainly understand the desire to be responsive and to take action. We should act, and we must act. However, the bills before us are not the solution. In fact, the true impact of these bills will only turn law-abiding citizens into unwitting criminals and victims themselves. I am reminded of the words of the philosopher Plato. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. These words have not lost their wisdom with the passage of time, yet here we are with supporters of these bills insisting that more laws could have stopped what happened at MSU. Mr. President, these bills go beyond just creating new laws. They fly in the face of the Bill of Rights. Red flag laws essentially attempt to enforce a law before one is even broken. While the Constitution of the United States requires due process, these bills seem to simply ignore it. Consider the contentious divorce with a resentful spouse who paints their ex as a loose cannon, or the hardworking parent who feels depressed but is now afraid to seek counseling for fear of losing their rights. The red flags I see are with this package of bills. Requiring universal background checks on our hunting guns as if criminals take the time to fill out the application. Safe storage laws. It's not the role of government to dictate how I store my privately owned firearm in my privately owned home. These policies will only affect law-abiding gun owners. Beyond the policy concerns, I believe we must have an honest conversation about the problem we are seeking to solve. Some are making promises about outcomes that they cannot keep. To promise grieving families that, quote, these bills will save lives, unquote, is irresponsible. If gun control were definitively effective, cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, and Baltimore would experience very little gun violence. We keep hearing America has a gun problem. What America does have is an affliction that is common to most nations, a culture of violence and a mental health crisis. Although Americans may have the most guns, we do not even rank in the top 70 for homicides. This tells us that the violence committed using any assortment of objects or weapons will continue to be an issue as long as we as a society remain unfocused on the underlying causes. These bills do nothing to address the mental health crisis permeating our society. They do nothing to address the surging crime rates, and they do nothing to ensure the enforcement of existing laws. Finally, Mr. President, the effect of these bills seem lost on many who otherwise preach about female empowerment and equality. As violent crime increases, every female in this room should be fiercely fighting for their uninhibited right for self-protection. Gun control disempowers women. It increases our chances of becoming a victim. At 5 feet, 4 inches tall, and 115 pounds, I choose to protect my body with my firearm. It is a choice that we all should have, and it is a right that should be protected by law and not infringed upon by law. I ask for your no votes on these bills. Thank you.